Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is Teacher Cheska, and this is for the afternoon session of day 4, 1 o'clock to 4 p.m. This is Science 9, Module 4, and our lesson would be about multiple alleles. Okay, so here, what you will be doing right now is you have to read Lesson 3, Multiple Alleles. So, now here, you will learn that there's not just only two alleles, but there are times where in a gene there are multiple alleles. So, today you'll find how to solve problems involving multiple alleles and infer the unknown phenotypes of individuals on the basis of the known phenotypes of their family members. Okay? So, mabawaan na to base sa unsa atong bawaan ng mga phenotypes ug unsa ang posible na wala pa ta kabalo na phenotypes na magawas gikan sa ilaha. So, you have to read this. What's new? Okay? Here. Also that one. This involves the human ABO blood group system. And here, these are the different alleles. There are 3 alleles that govern the ABO blood group. That is capital letter I, subletter A, and capital letter I, subletter B, and small letter I. So, the phenotypes, there are 4. And then there are 6 genotypes. Okay? Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there are only 4 phenotypes. So, this is what it would be looking. If you look at the Punnett square, yung ani ni siya, no? Yung ani ang posible na mahitabo. Okay, you have to read this, page 11 and 12, and answer this one. So this is your first activity in the afternoon. What's your blood type, baby? The objective of this activity is to infer the unknown phenotypes based on the known phenotypes of their family members. So, you read the instructions carefully and analyze the problems and write your answers in your yellow pad. So you copy this table, then you will put your answers here on the blank spaces. Okay? I think this is blank. Okay, so kani siya blank ni siya ha, dili 2. Pero blank na siya. Okay, and then after doing that, you go to what I have learned here. This is your next activity this afternoon. You can copy and answer this. Write T if the statement is correct. And if false, change the underlined word to make the sentence correct. So, T if it's true, and if this is false, then you put the correct answer here. Okay? So, that's only 5 items. And moving forward, you go on and read the summary on page... you also have to answer this one. So, this one is what I can do. The same thing, you make a Punnett square here. So, pag answer ani, magawa siya og ing ani. Okay? So, ing ani yung buhaton, Punnett square, to give or to show your answers for this problem. Okay? Para ipakita inyong answer ing adto. And then, answer the question, is it possible to bear a child whose blood type is O? So, the answer is yes or no. Alright. After doing this, you read the summary and then answer your post-test. Basahon ni siya and then answer the post-test. Again, write the capital letter of your answer. Write it down on your yellow pad paper. This is 15 items. Okay? Alright. Now, before I leave, I want you to watch this short video about multiple alleles. Okay?
Monk. This is one of a series of videos involving genetics. In previous videos, you should have learned how to set up and fill out Punnett squares, as well as what different patterns of inheritance look like. In this video, you'll learn how to apply knowledge of multiple alleles to Punnett squares. The image on this slide shows 3 different alleles, possible genotypes, and possible phenotypes relating to humans' ABO blood type. All of the examples throughout this video relating to multiple alleles will involve these blood types, as this provides an actual example that relates to humans that has a medical application. As the introductory slide suggested, blood typing is a real example with important medical applications. If you ever donated blood or received a blood transfusion, a knowledge of blood typing is very important. If you receive the wrong blood type, you can go into shock or die as a result. The reason that individuals can only give or receive blood types has to do with different structures on the outside of red blood cells called antigens, shown on the picture to the left. People with an A blood type have an A antigen, shown as green triangles. People with a B blood type have the B antigen, shown in this picture as blue circles. Individuals with an AB blood type would have both antigens, while individuals with an O blood type would have neither. If your body is exposed to an antigen that it is not familiar with, your body tries to reject it or to get rid of it, and it's like an allergic response. The graphic on the right shows the different blood types that an individual can have, A, B, AB, and O, as well as who they can give their blood to or receive blood from safely. Blood typing in humans is a bit complex. Not only are there 3 different alleles, hence the use of blood typing as an example for multiple alleles, but 2 of the alleles also happen to be codominant, a pattern of inheritance that we looked at previously. The 3 different alleles that are present in this form of inheritance are capital IA, capital IB, and lowercase I. As the capital letters suggest, both capital IA and capital IB are codominant, while lowercase I is recessive. Due to these 3 different alleles and these patterns of inheritance, there are 6 possible genotypes and 4 different possible phenotypes with blood typing. Individuals with the genotype lowercase I would have the recessive O phenotype. They don't have, and they wouldn't show, the A or B antigens, those traits. Individuals with the genotype capital IA, capital IB would have the AB blood type. As you can see from the chart on this slide, there are 2 different genotypes that could yield an A or B blood type. The first example problem here reads, if you were to cross a female with an AB blood type with a male that has an O blood type, just like problems involving incomplete and codominance, I would start with these sorts of problems by making a key for different genotypes and phenotypes. It can be a lot easier and faster to interpret problems if you use a key in this way. Refer to the key at the top right of this page until you get a hang of blood typing Punnett squares. They can be a bit confusing. The information from this key was just obtained from the chart on the previous slide. Just like all other Punnett square practice problems, first begin by setting up the outside of the Punnett square with apparent genotypes. The first part of this problem says that the female has an AB blood type. There is only one genotype that gives an AB blood type using our key in the top right of this page, which is capital IA, capital IB. You would take this genotype that's being described and place it in the top of the Punnett square. The next part of this problem states that you would cross this female with a male that has an O blood type. Just like before, refer to the key at the top of this slide. There is only one genotype that can give you an O blood type, which is listed here as lowercase I, lowercase I. Again, take this information and put it on the outside of the Punnett square. Now that you have all the parental information for this Punnett square, you can fill it out and answer the question listed at the bottom. Could you end up with a child that has an O blood type? Referring to our key, you can see that only one genotype will yield an O blood type, which is lowercase I, lowercase I. Now it's just a matter of looking at the boxes within the Punnett square to see how many individuals have this particular genotype. As it turns out, there are no possible outcomes inside of this Punnett square that are lowercase I, lowercase I. For this reason, no, it's not possible that a parent with an AB blood type and a parent with an O blood type to have a child with an O blood type. The next practice problem reads, if you were to cross a female with an A blood type with a male that has a B blood type, just like the previous practice problem, refer to your key to figure out what the first parent, a female with an A blood type, could have for her genotype. Unlike our previous examples where there was only one possible genotype, there are actually two here, which are capital IA and lowercase I, or capital IA, capital IA. What to do? Since the first box must be a capital IA, and the second box could be a capital IA or a lowercase I will just use a question mark to represent an unknown second allele. We'll come back to that later. Next, the parent with the B blood type needs to have their information placed on the outside of the Punnett square too. Using our key, just like the previous slide, you would find that the B phenotype has two different possible genotypes, which are capital IB, or capital IB, lowercase I. Again, you know that the first allele must be a capital IB, but the second allele is unknown since it could be a capital IB or a lowercase I. Again, I've placed a question mark in this box. Now we filled out the Punnett square as best we can with the information that was provided. The question that the problem asks remains. Could you end up with a child that has an O blood type? To answer this question, we need to refer to the boxes inside of the Punnett square. What we're looking for an O blood type is a genotype that is lowercase I, lowercase I. When we couldn't decide if an allele should be a capital IA or a lowercase I, a capital IB or a lowercase I, we placed a question mark in those boxes. What this means is that, theoretically, any question mark could be a lowercase I. Someone with an A blood type could, potentially, pass on a recessive allele, a lowercase I, to their offspring. Someone with a B blood type could, again, potentially, pass on a recessive allele. As a result, it is possible that two parents, one with an A blood type and another with a B blood type, could have a child with an O blood type. While the odds may not be great, it could potentially happen. The answer to this question, yes, these parents could legitimately have a child with an O blood type. That is the end of this video overviewing the human ABO blood type and multiple alleles. If you are interested in learning about any more topics involving genetics or any other themes of biology, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
So there you have it. So that was the video about multiple alleles, and that was a sample of how to answer also your activities. So at least kabalo na ta. So if you want to watch more, so this is the YouTube channel that you can look into. Okay? So thank you so much guys, and good luck. Bye.